Thomas, welcome to the Wing Foil Debrief.
Thanks. Hello, how are you?
Yeah, good. Yourself?
Yeah, pretty good.
Good. It's good. I'm excited to have you on the show. I've kind of seen your Instagram clips and all the craziness from, back when you were winning world championships in primary school. I think you were sailing foiling moths when the guys your age were probably still learning how to roll tack their opti. So
Yeah.
you've had a really interesting kind of sailing career before you even got into the wing foiling space, and yeah, it's just fascinating to see kind of, I guess, the first generation of pretty much foiling since they kind of stepped into a boat. So I guess my first question for the show is there anything that you're bad at?
Yeah, lots of things I'm bad at it. But yeah, I'm doing what I like, so it's cool to be good at what I like.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. I mean, yeah, you started foiling super early. Do you think you missed anything or what was your, like, did you get much experience before jumping into foiling boats?
And yeah, I was sailing on the Optimist in the beginning, but then I switched to catamaran, a small dinghy for. We were used. It's a French boat, and then we switched to the Nacra 15. And yeah, that was a lot of experience on a standard boat, I mean. And also I was sailing with my father on FC on the side of the Nacra for fun and to sail with my father, so it was super cool. And then after that we switched to Nacra 15 but foiling, and on the side Nacra 17. So yeah, I took a lot of experience on the standard boat, and then went directly to foiling with the Moss, with the Nacra 15 and 17. So yeah, and after that, the wing foil. So yeah, it was really, really interesting to start with standard boat and then to foiling. And
Yeah, for
now
sure.
I prefer foiling than a boat who is on the water.
Yeah, yeah, makes sense. What brought you across to wing foiling from sort of the Nacras and what you were doing before?
Like, I think the Nacra was super complicated because it was Olympic. The guy were on the boat since so many times, and we were still youth, so it was hard to fight against every guy, every girls like this. And yeah, in the end, we were like not super happy with my crew, and then we decided to stop after the European Championship in 2024. And yeah, I was already wing foiling. I was doing the French Championship and some small competition at home. And yeah, after that I said, okay, why not go on the Wing Foil World Tour? So I went on the IWSA, and I think I will not go back on Nacra.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, yeah, I get what you mean in terms of it being like a really strong French squad. So, there's probably a bit more opportunity in the wing foiling space. But in saying that, I mean, the French squad in the wing foiling space is really strong too.
Yeah, that's crazy. When I arrived on the wing foil, like there was 6 and sometimes 7 French in the top 10. So that's crazy. Now we are a bit less than this, but it's still crazy.
For sure. Yeah. It sounds like there's a bit of banter amongst the French crew. I had Mattis on the show, and I don't know if you caught the episode, but he leaked your nickname apparently,
Yeah,
the cucaracha.
I saw.
Do you have a nickname for Mattis?
Not now. I don't have. No, we
Yeah.
are just joking on the on the spot, but no, I don't have a nickname for him. Yeah,
Okay, we'll have to come up with one. I feel
maybe
like
like I'm calling him Cafard, but it's the
is that
bug.
something I have to is that something I have to bleep out?
Yeah, but it's not like I'm not calling him every time like that.
Nice, nice. What about I had Julian on the show as well. Any nicknames for Julian?
Julian, I'm calling him Dorlis. Dorlis,
What does
it's
that mean?
a French meme, a dog.
Okay, I'll have to look that up after. That's great. I'm keen to jump into your season so far. It seems to have been a pretty epic one. There's also been some interesting moments which I really want to touch on, but might as well start at the beginning with the first event for the year. So talk me through what this season's been like.
Yeah, for now it's a crazy season. Like I was not last year, I was not thinking that I would be on the top 5 sometime, even on the podium. So yeah, that's insane. After the Brazil last year, I said, okay, now it's time to train. I went home straight after the event, and I was already underwater. We went on vacation with my family to Darla in Morocco, and I was training a lot with my brother. We were like 2 weeks in Darla, and we trained like pretty much every day. That's the thing. Go back directly after competition. It's like you take a lot of experience after that. In Hong Kong, it was crazy event. Like I received a prototype from Vayu 2 days before going to Hong Kong, and I said, okay, I tested one time. It was like 5, 6 degrees at home. I went on the water. I was freezing, and yeah, I said, okay, I will take the sail. I went to Hong Kong. I tested there. I was so fast. It was a 6 meter, like a 6'5" prototype, but with the actual size now, it's closer to the 6. And yeah, I test against Francesco, Julian, Matisse, Oscar, and yeah, I was pretty fast easily. So it was a good point. And then we arrived at the competition. The first day we had a good day with 4 races, 4 long distance races with a good win. And yeah, on the first one directly, I managed to do second. I did second on the first one behind Oscar. So it was my best result so far since I went on the IWSA. And I said, okay, I think I can do something. So yeah, after this day, I was like in 4th or 5th position in the ranking. And we had 2 days without wind, and then back to the wind. We did like 4 races, 4 fleet racing, and yeah, I managed to won my first race ever. So I was so happy. And then on the afternoon of the second session, we went for the gold fleet and silver fleet, and yeah, same. I was on fire. The wind was light. I was on a 600, the Levitaz with the new Vayu, the prototype, and I won 3 out of 4 races. I crashed on the first one after the start, and then I won 3 races. And yeah, I was like, the feeling was crazy. It was insane to fight like against the top world best athletes in wing foil. So insane.
Yeah, yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
The thing I've been wondering about that sort of breakout performance for you, you kind of touched on the training side of it and then the gear side of it. What do you think is the breakdown? Like, was it mainly the gear, or was it mainly the training, or equal split? Like,
I don't know if it's 50-50, but the training is a big part of it. And I was like so much on the water before to train. And when I got the new gear, new wing, yeah, it was like yeah, I think it's 70-30% to 70 for the training and 30 for the gear. Sometimes more, it depends on the. Yeah,
for sure.
I don't really know, but yeah, the
Yeah.
gear is doing a really good part of it, and the training for sure it's a big part. Yeah.
And so those prototype wings, is that kind of the X-Race V2 now that we see? Like similar to?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was the prototype for the V2. Yeah, it was. This one was really powerful compared to the V2 now. Like if you were sailing overpowered with this wing, it was really hard to tack. Like you were fighting against the wing in a strong wind or something. But
Yeah.
they reduce a bit the power, and now it's the perfect compromise for the sail.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. I noticed sort of the Vayu wings are kind of one of the larger span wings. Do you ever find it tricky with the span of that design, or it's kind of you just get used to it?
For me, it's okay because I'm really like I'm 180, so I'm not. Yeah, I'm pretty tall. Let's say I'm not the tallest, but I'm not the smallest too. So and yeah, I'm pretty much using every time. I'm using every time I'm in the 6'5". So it's even from if I'm not sure which size I will take from 0 to like 20, 25 sometimes. I will take the 6'5", and
Oh, okay.
yeah, like in the light, the 6'5" is crazy with the Levitaz 530. It's insane. Like the combo is crazy. And in Gizzeria, I used one time the 7.5. It was like 5 to 8 knots, and yeah, I was on the 7.5. But like the water was really flat. There was no chop on, so it was easier because the span of the 7.5 is 4 meter 15. That's completely insane. But I think that's make the sails work even better. So higher aspect is sometimes faster. So
Yeah, yeah. Theoretically, it makes sense. Like it should be faster. It's just whether you can keep that wingtip away from touching the water and
yeah.
crashing. I want to know a little bit more about the sail control function on the X-Race V2 as well. Can you chat about
Yeah.
that?
So we developed this with Matteo Dusarps last year in Istanbul. We saw Camille also and Roma. We did it not together, but we did it at the same competition in Istanbul. And I was using at this time the Ozone V2, and it was working. We like tested 1 or 2 times at home, and then we went straight to Istanbul. And the wind was nuking, so on the downwind, the speed, you like never lost the flow of the sail on the downwind, was insane. But this was not at the, it was not like how do you say, it's not sail with the sail, so it's not register with the sail. So for the ozone, it was not possible to use it at the world championship. We
Okay. Yeah.
needed like a formula wing, so it was serial material, I mean serial gear. And so it was really interesting. And then when I went with Vayu, we tested some prototype in the beginning, and I put the system on it, and I said, "Oh, look at this, it's working even better." So I told them, and they try it on the next sample, next prototype, and it was insane. Like you were so fast on the upwind without losing on the downwind. So you could have more power on the downwind with this system and be fast on the really fast on the upwind. So yeah, now they put it with the V2, and it's only like there is a rope passing through the trailing edge, and there is a cleat on the boom, and like you pull it at the top mark, and yeah, you never lost the flow of the sail. It's crazy, even in the light or in the really strong. It's for me. It's I can't sail without now.
Yeah. So it's really kind of improving that. I guess that downwind VMG, like you're able
Yeah,
to kind of
yeah. The
you sail
VMG is way better.
deeper angles with it, or is it
Same
just
speed but deeper angle. Yeah,
okay? Yeah, cool.
and that's why I can use 6.5 when all the guys, all the big guys are on the 7, even more sometimes.
So
So
when you're
without
trying to get on,
this, yeah.
sorry, you go.
Without this system, I couldn't be as fast as them. Like with 1 meter less on the wing, then so it's really interesting.
So when you're trying to get onto foil in the marginal conditions, are you then pulling it on to get onto foil and then releasing it once you're up, or is it just
No, I'm only using it for downwind
okay?
because when you pull it, sometimes the sail is front stalling, like it's pushing you. So it's not really, and it's make I think too much drag for a high angle.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
makes
only for
sense.
downwind.
Yeah, cool. It's going to be interesting to see the wing design development, sort of more brands maybe incorporate that feature as we go along. Is there, do you think it is still an advantage with the X-Race V2 over some of the other newer, like new designs that kind of came out at a similar time but don't have that feature?
I think, yeah, like it's less an advantage than it was in Hong Kong because it was still a prototype, but not a lot of brands were starting to develop the new one. But I mean, yeah, they start already to develop, but they were not in Hong Kong. So I was one of the first with those prototype in Hong Kong. But now, yeah, I think the sale is still on top. Like I mean, I could win some race in Gizzeria with this sale. So I think it's still the one of the best of the two now.
Cool. And V3 coming soon? Who knows?
They are working on it, but
Yeah.
they don't know if for now. I had a prototype for the 7 meter, but they still don't know if they will make it for the V2 or for the V3.
Yeah.
But there is not a lot of change on the sail. Only the leaning edge and the strut is with the black alula. And yeah, there is no big difference on those sails.
Went on a bit of a tangent, but what was the next event or kind of standout moment in the season after Hong Kong for you?
Naples was crazy. Like I changed my boards like weeks before the comp because I saw that it was really light in Naples, and we had, this year even last year we were not allowed to be towed to take off. So you need to take off by your own, and it's make a lot of difference. I never been on the tour when we could be towed, but I heard that it was a game changer. So if you don't have a rib or a coach boat to take off, it was impossible. So now they make a decision to cancel this. And yeah, Naples was insane. Like it was so light. I was on the 6.5, and with Julian we were like on fire. I mean, even a lot of guys were on fire, but I don't know. We had the mindset. It was like I was so kind of flying. I mean, it was not easy, but yeah, it was really fun to race, and I had a lot of fun fighting at the front. So yeah, it was insane.
Yeah, the front pack this season is just insane. Like it seems like the level amongst that bunch is like you can't make one mistake without being spat out the back.
And even
It's
it was
yeah.
less this in Hong Kong or in Naples, but in Gizzeria, wow,
Mm,
like the level of the fleet was insane.
mm,
I like if you made half a mistake, you're dead. 10
mm.
people are passing you in on long distance, and on the fleet racing or golf fleet, exactly the same. If you made any mistakes, you're dead. You missed the ley
Wow.
line by a few meters. 5 people are passing. Uh, that was insane. Like even the top 20 is the level is crazy.
Mm. I like obviously I in Australia I'm only really seeing like the Instagram stories that they put up and some of the tracking, but that is one of the key things that sticks out to me. Like they usually get a top mark shot with the guys coming in from the ley line. Some of those ley lines, I'm like, how are you pulling that off? And it's just
Yeah,
like the cardio, the pumping to be able to just climb. And you see like, you know, the back half of the fleet kind of sailed past to kind of do the usual. I used to call it like the Hobie stack because the Hobie 16s, they'd
yeah,
always kind of come and stack on top of each other on the ley line. Yeah, like some of the ley lines that are being pulled off is just nuts. It's
yeah.
so
When
wild.
you're under ley line, sometimes like when you tag and you see your under ley line, you need to start pumping now or recover until the end and then do the best to pump to get the top mark. But when you have 10 people arriving above you, you're shitting yourself.
Yeah, I can imagine. So wild, and I feel like it's only going to get closer and closer
Yeah,
for sure.
I think so.
Yeah. Before
And
we
even
dig into, sorry, you go.
with the, like you said that the cardio was insane, but in Gizzeria, it was crazy. Like the heat was so intense that on the water you were dying. Like the cardio was crazy, the heat was crazy. After the race, you jumped in the water, and the water is at 29 degrees, so you are not cooling off. So
That's nuts. Wow.
yeah,
Yeah. What do? You just have to drink a bunch of water.
yeah. We had the coach boat with a lot of pack of water, and I had also the camel bag.
Put some ice in the camelback, and
Yeah, with the heat, it was cooling pretty much every second.
that's crazy. I remember I saw a story from Ernesto saying like he almost passed out during one of the
Yeah,
races. So it's
yeah. It was crazy.
and that's kind of unique so far this season. We haven't really seen an event with that much heat.
In China last year was also crazy, but it was different. Like I don't have the level I have now. So I don't know. Maybe if we are coming back in China this year, we will die. But because of the heat, I don't know. Because like it was so humid in China.
Mm,
I don't know.
yeah,
Let's see this year if we will have some problem or not.
yeah, that's really tough. Well, hopefully someone comes up with a strategy for
Yeah,
like Matt. I don't know. Do you think they might need to do less races when it's those sort of conditions, or it's
yeah,
just
of
kind
course.
of yeah?
Like in Silvaplana or in Turkey, when we missed a day or something, the next day they were doing 8 races, 4 races in the morning and 4 in the afternoon, or sometimes 5 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon. Last year in Brazil, we talked about it and we said, no, we are not robots. We are human. We can't like do 8 races. We can, but it's so tiring. It's so exhausting. After that, you're so exhausted. So we talk about and we said okay, 6 races and 6 races in the afternoon, it's okay, we can keep like that. Even in before Gizaya there was the kite event, and even by missing a day they were doing only 6 races to make the, like, I don't know how to say, but
Yeah, like to get through the qualifying or
yeah,
that sort of thing. Yep.
exactly. So
Mm.
I think now we can stay on 6 races and 3 races on the morning, 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
From a
okay. We are,
safety,
we are doing so much race that we can stay with 6, even if we miss a day. So yeah, I think even they saw that in Nigeria it was so hard with the heat, and they were like, okay, we will let you 30 minutes more for the breaks, and they let us sometimes more for resting a bit before going back. So that's good.
what's the turnaround time between races like? Are you sitting in the water for long or?
No, it was really, really fast in Gisaya. Like we were waiting 10, 12 minutes with 3 fleets. With those conditions, it's okay. Like you can sit a bit in the water, cool down a bit, or go on the beach and directly came back. And sometimes like they were doing even less than, I think one time they said less than 10 minutes before letting the next fleets race. So yeah, it was good.
Hmm.
Like
Oh,
this,
cool.
we are not waiting a lot on the water, and
Yeah,
to do 3 races in the morning and the afternoon. The session was during 1.5 hours, so it's okay. 3 hours a day, it's okay.
what's the go-to fuel between sessions, morning and afternoon session?
Pasta sometimes, pasta, rice, salad.
Yeah, pasta makes you go faster. That's what
Yeah,
I've heard.
eat pasta, go faster.
I I want to jump back in time, back to Silvaplana. I made a video about the incident that you had off the start line because I felt like he'd been a bit hard done by with that DSQ. And for those that haven't seen it, you jump back on the Wing Foil Debrief, go have a look. But basically, you were coming in on port, and then last minute, one of the starboard wing foilers kind of lost flow on their foil, and it sent their board kind of uncontrollably towards you. And you did really, really well to kind of jump and completely avoid them and not really impact anyone else around you either. But yeah, I was shocked to see that that ended in a DSQ.
Yeah,
Can you
I
talk a
don't
bit about
know.
that scenario?
Like it was the quarterfinal. We waited a bit on the beach. There was no wind before, and then they said, okay, in 10 minutes is the start. So we were rushing on the beach to go on time. Luckily, I had already prepared my gear, so I put my wetsuit and I went directly on the water. But I was on time, but like 2 or 3 of them were late. Like I saw Costa arriving, he tacked and then he took the start. He was right on time for the start.
The
Even
Kiwis,
Albi was a
Kiwis
bit
are usually a
late.
bit laid back.
Even Alberto was a bit late also. And we were with Sean and Michel pretty much on time. And it was, I think, passing on the right side of the course. So I went for a port start. I saw Albi coming. I was ready to pass behind him. And then suddenly he went straight on me. I said, what the fuck? And after seeing the video, I saw that his foil ventilated a bit, and then he went straight to me. So I had to jump and let my board go above my head to try to not destroy his wing or something, to avoid him, I mean. And yeah, I crashed, I went back, and I got disqualified by made the most I could to avoid him. So yeah, that was a bit hard. But when you're on port, you don't have the right, so it's hard. But it's yeah.
Mm.
But
Did
I
they say
think
much about it? Like, did they say specifically what you failed to do that ended in you being disqualified?
after that I went to the jury room and they said like they showed me the video of the drone, not the video of the committee boat. And on the drone, you're not seeing pretty well. So I just saw Alberto. Apparently, they said he didn't change his course, but he went straight on me. So he went
Mm.
downwind.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah. The committee boat video is very clear, so
yeah,
it's surprising that they only use the drone footage. Is that like a standard thing? They only use the drone
yeah.
footage, or?
Every time the drone, and that's why there is so much problem on the medal series. Like
Mm.
on the drone, you don't see anything. Like the drone is 15 meters away. Yeah, above you don't see much. Like on
Is
the
it
drone,
like bird's eye view, like directly pointed down? Or?
yeah, sometimes yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But it depends. Like on the starting line, it was pretty much above, like a bird view, and then
Mm.
it's changed along the course. But
Mm.
yeah, on the drone, they said we only saw a port starboard situation. So yeah, that's why I got disqualified. But on the video of the committee, it's way different than it was on the drone. So
Mm.
yeah, I don't
And
know.
so the current setup is they basically just go to the drone footage. Is there umpires on the water for the medals or the final
No,
series?
only jury on the beach with the drone. They are watching. There is 3 or 4 screen in front of them. There are some pretty much every time three jury, and they are watching the race. And if there is an incident, even with like sometimes with not protesting the guy, they make the decision, and that's it. Like
Mm.
in Urla, like there was a port starboard situation with Matisse and Julian at the bottom gate, and like Julian was on ports passing like 3, 4, 5, even more. I don't know exactly, but in front of Matisse who was on starboard, and they disqualified Julian.
Wow.
Yeah,
And no
and
infringement. Didn't have to change course.
no, Like
Yeah.
Matisse only moved his wing to release the trimming system of the wing, and
Yeah.
maybe that made them think that he changed his course, but he was passing like in front, so it's okay. He was far in front.
Mm.
So and after that,
And you have
Julian went
tracking
to
as well, right? Like, can they
no,
not go to the tracking, or they don't
yeah,
use the
but they
tracking?
are not watching the tracking system for the medal series. It's only with the drone.
Mm.
So yeah, that's not really good. I think they need to change
Frustrating.
the disc. And yeah, Julian went to the jury room after this, and he was yelling, "What the fuck is that? He wants some answer." And
Mm.
they only said, "Come at us like, but it's already finished. So
Mm.
you took the decision, and that's it. Yet there is nothing."
Yeah.
And it was exactly the same in Gizzeria and even in Silva Plana for
Mm.
the DSQ.
Yeah. I think I kind of want to touch on the Gizzeria. What would you call it? Like, wow, I think it was the semifinals, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Can we touch
So
on what ended up happening there? Sound like it was a similar sort
so
of situation.
yeah, last day of the comp, there was no wind, so they canceled the golden ticket. They canceled the quarterfinal, and then we saw that the wind was coming. So we went for the semifinal. In the beginning, it was light. I took the 7.5, like the day before. It was so light, and I was on 7.5. And then the wind went to 15 knots. So I took the 6.5, and I went for it with the 6.5. We took the start. We were with Matisse, Francesco, me, Ernesto, and Gregorio on the semi. I went on starboard start with Francesco and Gregorio. We went on the left. Matisse passed right in front of us with Francesco at the top mark. He went for the port start. He went on the right. So it was really, really close. And then Francesco did a mistake on me. He was above me. Matisse tagged right in front of me, just a few meters before the top mark. So I had to pump to go above him to not get his dirty wind. And Francesco didn't move and went straight to me. So I had to go down. I said protest. I think there was a mistake there. We went for the downwind. He passed me. And then he did exactly the same with Matisse. Matisse loaf and he didn't move. So Francesco touched Matisse with his wing. And yeah, I think he made two mistakes. So normally the drone, the jury with the drone saw that and made the decision if there was a problem or not. And at the end of the race, Matisse won, Francesco second, and me third. So I was not sure to be in final, but with the mistakes of Francesco, maybe. So we wait a bit for the decision, and I think nothing happened. Like I asked the coach, but he said, "I think it's dead now. You can go back." So I was like, "What the fuck is that? He made the mistake on me, a mistake on Matisse, and there is no DSQ." So I went to the beach. I asked the jury, and they said, "Come back later at the end of the regatta. It's not finished, so we need to be focused on the next race." And I was like, "What the fuck is that?" He sometimes a guy made a mistake and you're not doing anything. So I said, okay, that's it for me. I went back after the comp. I asked them the footage. They show me and they said, "We are sorry, we didn't saw this situation." And yeah, Francesco had to be disqualified and you had to be in finals, but it's too late. Sorry. That's it.
That's
Apparently they didn't saw two situations. So
so frustrating.
yeah.
Even regardless of who was in the right or the wrong, or like how a
Yeah.
protest hearing may have gone, or whatever, it's clear something needs to change. What do you think that would be?
I don't know, but maybe like something to. But that's like we talk after that with the Finn, with the like the race officer, and he told us that he wants to do something also for the kite. Like you have a button on your wish, on your boom, I mean, and you just click it when there is a problem, a protest, and the jury will show on their screen like there is a protest with the video, and after that they made the decision. But it's apparently really expensive, and so for now it will stay like that. And we say, okay, but for now we can change something without making any cost. Like after the race, if there is a problem that the drone didn't show, I don't know, it's possible, but apparently it's possible in Gizzeria because there is two drones, 3 people, 4 screens. I don't know how it's possible to avoid this mistake.
Especially final series, right? Like there's only a certain amount of boards on the water. There's not a lot. It's not a full fleet.
We were five on the race. I don't know how it's possible, and there is a drone on the leading group and a drone on the people behind. What the fuck is that? That's crazy.
Do you think it's a time pressure thing, right? Like they're trying to just pump the final series and
exactly
get it done.
That's what they said to me. And I said to the race officer, okay, so to avoid this for the next comp, we can make like after the race, we are going to the finish boat or the committee boat, and we said, okay, I want protest at this situation if there is no, if you already didn't do it, and I want to protest this, and now they are seeing the footage again, and they are making the decision. And he said to me that it was not possible because it will be too long. Everyone will protest 5 things sometime on something, and it will make the final so long. So it's not possible. So I think
that's a part of racing, right? Like you're meant to have this. That's frustrating.
Crazy.
Like what
can't
we
have
just
fair races?
Yeah, grab this
was
jury.
So unfair.
Put them in a boat, like the old school method, right? Like there's 5 boards, just follow them up the course. Should be easier than drones, surely.
That's crazy. But we also need some jury who know how to wing foil, because it's way different than the Nacra on the 40 Ilka or something. It's way different. We are way faster, but it's the same jury as the foil, the kite, I mean. So it's the same problem. And I think I heard that they have the same problem with the kite. We need to do something with the organization to make to find a solution.
For sure. It's a similar topic, I guess. I've seen a few like redresses or people requesting for redress pop up, and it's pretty much always just denied. Have you had much experience with that within the racing scene?
No, since I'm on the tour, I never had a protest with someone. So I'm sailing as clean as I can to avoid like losing some times or destroying some gear with some guys. So I'm trying to sail as clean as possible. But I heard a lot of mistakes on the race, like port starboard situation or something, asking for some redress, and I never saw someone with a redress. It's crazy. I don't know what, like, I think everyone don't know how to do to get a redress when it's not your fault. Like there is a few port starboard situation in Gizzeria who end up with some crash, and no one had a redress. I don't know, like they said that even if you're starboard, you are sailing like clear, and a guy crash into you on port, so it's not your fault. You didn't saw the guy, and he crashed into you, and you don't have any redress because they said you didn't avoid the contact. Even like you're on starboard, you're focused on straight in front of you to pass the mark, and someone crashed into you, and you don't have any redress. They said like you need to watch everyone to avoid any contact but at the same time, if you avoid the contact, you will not break your gear. And if you don't have any broken gear, you can't have a redress. So
it's Yeah, it seems like a cop-out excuse for sure. Like there is situations where you you genuinely have no opportunity to avoid a collision and it just happens at no fault of your own and you should surely get a redress. It would be interesting to look into some of those cases that have kind of popped up in the last few events and understand. I'm sure there'd be at least one of them where they genuinely just had no opportunity at all to avoid a collision. It just happens. Like redress is there for a reason, and I've seen some pretty nasty damage as well. I think the other side of redress, you've kind of got to prove that it significantly, and I think significantly is the key word, affected your results afterwards. So, you know, there might have been some cases where people, I think Camille might have been one of them, where he had a scratch on his foil, but he still did well in the following races. So you don't end up getting redress, and it's kind of, well, should I just sail really badly so then I do get redress?
Yeah.
It's,
But at the
it's a bit
same time, in Gizzeria, there is a crash with two guys. One guy was on port and the other one on starboard. Like the guys on starboard was sailing on his own, clearly. Someone crashed into him. The guy who was on port destroyed the foil of the guy in starboard, but he didn't have a redress. Like, and the foil was not possible. The mast was dead.
Yeah,
There was
I think I saw the
dent
photos
on,
from that.
Yeah.
It's so nasty.
Yeah.
And he was denied redress as well from
Yeah,
what I
no,
saw.
he didn't hide. So yeah, I don't know what to do to get a redress. Stay clean, stay away from
exactly.
everyone. I never had a
don't.
problem, so and I will do the best to stay like that. But
Interesting. Well, I hope for the sake of the fairness of the racing that they're able to kind of come to a good solution for the final series. It seems it's just the time pressure thing. Like they just need to increase, you know, how much time they have available to review that drone footage, because, you know, if you've got a wing foiler coming to you saying, hey, you know, that something definitely happened, can you please look at it? And they're basically just saying, oh, sorry, we have to do the next race, talk to us later.
yeah,
That's not really fair.
no, that's not like part of the competition. You need to have fair races, and now it's totally unfair.
Well, fingers crossed something changes. Wing Foil Racing, please do something. I think, yeah, I don't want to keep you for too long, but I just wanted to kind of hear about what's next for you. What's coming up?
So now I'm at home since yesterday. I will rest a bit for a week. I will do some powering, some kind of stuff, and then I will go back to training with the team. I don't know when, but soon. I think in 2 weeks maybe, because Julian and Matis are in Poland for the test event. Yeah. After that, we will go back to training before Istanbul and be ready. That's the goal of the season. So it will be the time to win an event.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very much looking forward to following along. I think it's going to be a pretty big finish to the season.
Yeah.
You know, it's just been ramping up and up and up. So good luck.
Yeah. Thanks.
I'm sure it's going to be tough. I like to finish the episodes with just some shout outs, whether it's your sponsors, your family, friends, whatever. So feel free. The stage is yours.
Yeah, I just want to thanks all my partner, like Levitaz for the foils, Tarifa for the board, Vayu for the wings, and my family for giving me the possibility of doing this, with my father and my mother for giving me some money to come to the event and to train. So yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks Wing Foil Debrief for this.
No worries.
Yeah, see you on the next one.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks, Bank of Mum and Dad. Awesome. Thanks, Thomas. Appreciate your time. Cheers.
Yeah, thanks a lot.